It's good to see you again. It's been a little while. I haven't filmed. Well, I filmed last weekend, but I didn't really feel like doing any like grand makeup. I've got 15 minutes, y'all, and I want to do really nice makeup tonight because I'll be going out next week probably too. But I just feel like I want to do makeup even though I don't have a lot of time, if that makes sense. I'm going to start with my Innbeauty Project Extreme Cream. This is running low, but my skin is super dry. Just got out of the shower. And yeah, I'm feeling a little bit like dry. Like I'm gonna need to replenish my skincare in the next Rouge sale, I think. Okay, because I'm feeling really dry, I'm gonna add a little bit of extra protection to my skin. I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Moisture Repair Balm Serum. It's for face and body. Normally, if you have oily skin, do not use this on your face. This is going to give you that nice glow. Like you see a lot of like people when they get their makeup done, their skin looks oily and then they get moisture or makeup added to it. I don't know. I've never had oily skin. So this is like me basically wearing makeup with oily skin. My skin is super, super dry. So as much moisture as I can add to it, the better for me. Even in summer, my skin isn't like super moisturized. So I love adding this stuff. So basically, I feel like this is like a skin oil. I feel like it's a really nice moisturizing skin oil, basically. Okay, I'm going to do it around my eyes. I know a lot of people don't want to put eye product around their eyes, but I think that's where we really need it. I think that's the place where we really run out of moisture. Is that like really thin, dry skin around the eye. So I like putting it there. I do want to put some makeup on, but I think I'll just stick with concealer. I wanted to do the full meal deal, but I'm not going to have time. So to start off, I'm going to do brows. I think I'll use my Benefit Precisely My Brow Detailer. I never see what color this is. It doesn't say, but anyway, it does have a spoolie on the other end, which is what I really like. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. So my brows went a little wild, but I feel like once you brush them out, the look becomes a little bit more natural. So I'm just going to brush them out so the color distributes throughout the brow. And then you kind of look at them, and if there's any spot that you need detailing, I go through again. I just touch that area up. I have quite a few sparse areas on my brow, so I have to do this quite a bit. Okay, so my brows are a little thicker than I normally make them. I'm going to run through some brow setter gel. I feel like brows really make the face, so if you can get your brows looking, you know, kind of good, it's a good starting off point for your makeup. My brows are really bushy right now, actually. Maybe I'll leave them like that. I haven't really worn them like brushed up. Okay, so now I'm going to go into some concealer and maybe some contour. I really like my pot concealers. I've got this one laying low. It's a little bit darker, so maybe I'll mix that with soft ochre. They're paint pots from MAC. I think I'll just kind of mix them together to custom mix my shade. This one's quite a bit darker. It's meant for eyes. If you're doing like brown shadow, it works really good. And I'm going to kind of mix them together to get my perfect shade. My skin's a little bit more yellow toned. I'll put some around my nose. And a little bit on my sunspots. And just going to wherever I need extra coverage. So I'm going to put some underneath my eyes. And maybe I'll bring this up onto the lid because I do want to do some shadow. And these paint pots are actually pretty good for priming the lid because they are a pot concealer, and especially when they're given time to dry down. Mine are a little bit older, so they tend to do that with time. Okay. So we might have to touch up the concealer under the eye after, but that's actually looking pretty good. So then next, I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to get some bronzer or some contour. I have been like stuck on my Nars one for a while. This is Laguna 3. I don't know what it is. I just really, really love it. I'm going to like use it up. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this pink one actually because I've used it for bronzer before. This kind of helps add the color back into my skin because especially if I do wear foundation, it's kind of like, it just makes everything look so light, right? So this kind of brings the color back in, and then the foundation makes sure everything is even. Okay, and then we're going to add some blush. So I've got my Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil Cream Blush in just Peachy. This is a really good shade. I'll use the other side of the sponge for this. I'm just putting a little bit on my nose, a little bit on the chin. And I like this really soft, dewy look. It looks really pretty. So I'm going to see if I can go into the Icy Nude palette and see if there's something in there that's going to work for me today. I haven't really used the nudes in the palette very much, so maybe I'll try using something there, maybe something sparkly. I'm going to go in with Unapologetic. It's a darker shade, but I'm really going to blend it out. So I'll use this. I think this is just stained. So it's a larger brush, but it's going to diffuse really nicely. And I always bring my crease a little bit higher than my actual crease because I have such deep inside eyes, so it really helps. Then I'm going to blend it down into the crease. And I just keep diffusing and diffusing until it looks really blended and beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go back into Unapologetic and we're just going to darken things up a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to go into Faux Fur, which is the color right beside it. It's a little bit darker. And I'm going to put this on the outer corner. I think I'm going to change brushes though, because that one, I don't like that brush right now. So this is a medium sweeper brush, E54. And we're just going to pack on a little bit of the color, tap off the brush, pack it on the outside corner here. And I'm not blending in yet. Kind of make like a straight line up and down, and then I fill in the corner. So it's gonna look a little weird, but what I'm gonna do is take my brush, just in case I had any fallout. I don't have any powder on, so, and that's okay. I just want it to look natural and have glowy skin. I'm gonna leave that brush aside, go back into the first brush, and then kind of blend this out in the crease. Being sure not to move the brush too terribly much. And then come down right onto the corner and just kind of use small circular motions, keeping it mostly in place, just blending that color out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use the first brush and go back into Faux Fur, tap off my brush, and then add on to that a little bit more. But now that it's like a less diffuse brush, it's going to just blend it into the crease color a little bit better because it's not packed with bristles so much. I'm just going to continue packing this on the outside corner, blending into the crease. And then I think I wonder if I need some liner. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the lower lash line with, let's see what we got. It's a dark liner, which I go for all the time. I'm going to use a touch of Tarte Fake Awake and not put anything on the lower lash line except for mascara. Okay, so I think that looks really, really pretty. I'm going to go in and maybe darken up the outside corner just a tad bit more. So I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. So I'm using an E27 detailed blending brush. And we're going to go in with She Rich. It's almost like a purple tone as well. It's this color right underneath. It looks black when I look on camera, but it's not black. I'm just going to add a little bit more depth to that dark color on the outside. Just going to tap it in the middle. Don't have to blend this one in. Just adds a little bit more depth. Okay, and then I'm going to add a sparkle. So I think I want to use, I don't know if I want the red one. I'm kind of looking at VVS, but I do like Aurora. I'm going to use VVS, which is this color here. The other ones are too sparkly for me. I mean, that's sparkly enough, right? Just trying to think if there's anything else I could mix it with. They're pretty much all like, they are pretty much all mattes. Okay, I'm going to take my finger that I have applied this with and just kind of blend it into that matte shade just a tiny bit. And I will go in with the brush and blend back into the sparkle. I'm going to go in with the packed brush. Take this brush and just blend over top the sparkle shade a little bit. There, I think that's really pretty. I'm going to go in with Unapologetic just a little bit more. Tap off the brush and just blend in the crease. Make sure everything is blended nicely together. I'm just going to put a touch of the shade underneath the lower lash line here. I'm going to line my eyes with my Too Faced Better Than Sex Black Liquid Liner. And then I think before we do that, I'm going to add a little bit of this matte white. It's called Avalanche to the inner corner. So I'm going to take a pencil brush. I did this before in a different look. It was like the Ice Princess look, I think. Yeah, it's matte. Kind of gives it a little bit of a different look when it's matte. And it's also interesting because I have this like sparkle right there. And then it's like matte inner corners. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. Okay, I kind of like make sure eyes look further apart too. So I'm going to line my lids, do mascara, lashes, and then I'll come back and reassess. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to line my lips. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Gloss. I've really been enjoying this one. I can't even see the name, but I think it says She Flirty. This is the Faux Filler Lip Gloss. And for my skin tone, this is a really good nude. Okay, and then I think we need just a little bit of highlight. So I've really been digging the natural highlights. I'm going to go back into my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. I don't know, I've just been really digging it. It's not a highlighter. You can put this everywhere. I don't know why I have pink in my blush. I think my daughter got into this and she put pink on this. I was wondering what she did. She used the wrong brush. Ah, my highlighter brush. Okay, so I'm going to use this, like, I want to use this one too. See, I can tell. She lied to me. She told me she wasn't using that one too. I'm going to use this flatter brush. This is a powder sculpt, but it's kind of flat, and so I think I'll just use this. And I'm just going to like tap it onto my cheek area. This isn't a highlight. It's more of a, kind of gives you like that really pretty glow, but you can't really see that you're using a highlighter. It's kind of like a glowy effect. Okay, I think that's good. So last step is to spray my face with some setting spray. I've been kind of craving those coconut vibes, so I'm going to go with my Calorie Surf Proof setting spray. This is really light, fine spray, and that's it. So I'll show you what my hair looks like down to. I did blow dry it, and then I put it up just to kind of get it out of the way while I do my makeup. Oh. I am trying to grow it out, so it's getting quite long again, which I'm happy for. All right, so that is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you are new, please subscribe, click on the bell button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.